Hello ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining me. This is the Hobbyzone Sports Club S2 model from Horizon Hobby. We're going to be binding this craft with the DX6I as well as the DX6. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you some difficulties I had with the DX6 not accepting the bind. So let's get started and hope you enjoy this video. All these switches here are going to be used, so let's make sure they're in the up position, even the throttle cut. What I like to do the very first is press the OK, scroll all the way down to the bottom, set up lists, go all the way down to the bottom, copy, reset. I want to reset my unit, confirm on the yes, and I did it twice. And I want to now go into the model select. Now before we get going to anything here, we're going to set the elevator, the aileron, and the rudder, which is back here somewhere. Press OK, because on the instructions right here it says start all transmitter programming, place a model in there, put the name on, and set dual rates high 100%, low 100%. So with the ailerons, you're going to keep it at 100%. You're going to go to the INH, press OK, bring that up to 100%. Just about there. A couple more seconds. Press OK. The ail should be this one here. Please forgive me if it's wrong. You see how it has INH again. Press it and bring it now up to 70%. Elevator should be this one here. You can see the arrow. Highlight it. Bring that up to 100%. Put it on the down position. INH is inhibit. Bring that now up to 70%. You don't have to use those numbers, but it's all up to you. Locate the rudder. That's this switch here. Inhibit 100%. Press OK. To the down position. Inhibit. Once again, do apologize for my scroll wheel. I do make mistakes. Pause the video at any given time if you are running into trouble. Now that you see all the switches are there, when I switch, everything is in the correct position. When I use the dual rates, they will now apply. Let's back out of this and go into step number 1, which is going to set up list menu. So let's scroll down to set up list menu, and we need to now go to model type Acro, which is step number 2, and there you go. Press OK. Step number 3 is going to go into back into the OK, go to the 4th one, look for reverse, set reverse gear channel. Highlight the end, change it to R by pressing OK and backing out of it. Number 4, go to the Adjust List menu. Scroll down, Adjust List menu, scroll down till you see Travel Adjustment, which is number 5. Press OK. And what you want to do is go down to the gear 100% with the arrow in the up position is at 100, but when you change the arrow to the down position, highlight it, press OK, and bring it down to 40% by going to the left side. Press OK and back out of this. Scroll down till you see flaps. because here this is where you're going to change your flaps. you're not going to change it over here where you see flaps. So scroll back down to the flaps, press OK, scroll down till you get to the 0, because when you change the flap, notice the arrow go up and down. Highlight it, left or right, bring it to 100%. Bring it down, and I scroll to the left to 100%. We're almost done, believe it or not. Press OK, and let's back out of this. Put the switch up there. We need now to go to mix 1. INH is going to be inhibit to ACT. We want to change the throttle to gear. Do forgive me if I do not see there, and change the other throttle to gear as well. It's gear to gear ACT, rate D at 0% U at 100% with mix. So you see I made a mistake there. We bring this to 100%. Don't be afraid if you make a mistake, because you can always correct it. And this is going to be on mix. We are all set up. Believe it or not, that is it. You are finished. One other thing we need to do is now go back to the list, and we are going to slowly find throttle cut. And throttle cut should be in a different area of the transmitter, and I am looking for it nice and slowly right underneath reverse. Inhibit, change it to ACT, back out of this, and we are completed. Shut it off, saves the setting, bind your aircraft. With some difficulty, you're going to have to forgive me as I'm trying to go through this once again with the DX6. We turn on our transmitter. We are going to scroll all the way to the bottom, but before I do that, let me just lower the sound down some.
Volume 40.
Alright, 40 should be just fine. So let's back out of this.
Volume 40.
And system setup. Shut the RF off. Model select. And I am going to add a new folder, create. And what I want to do before I start to name anything and pick anything is go back to the main menu. On the main menu, I click OK, and the very first thing I do is go to the dual rate expo, because on the instructions it tells you set up your model with the name and all that good stuff, and set dual rates, high 100% and the other 70%. Dual rate expo, there's your aileron, there's your elevator, there's your rudder. You could choose any of these switches for that. And what we're going to be doing is just basically going to the rudder, highlight 100%. You can raise it and you can lower it. Put some expo onto it. And I'm going to raise it to 70%. I think that's the right way to doing it. Switch. Pick a switch. And this should be my dual rate switch right here. As long as I press OK and I hit the switch, I am now set up. Notice at 100%, the expo's at 70. There's the curve. And then I could change it down to what other ones I want. So I can make that high, medium, and low rate. Now we are set up to go through the instructions. Go to the system page. So that means I need to back out of this. Go all the way down to the system setup. Hit yes. Go to the model type. Airplane. Choose yes. Go to channel assignment. one more, press OK, go to the next page. Gear, you want to change from A to D, auxiliary 1 from D to I. Back up, and now you're going to go to function list. So the function list, basically you're going to go all the way back down again, system settings, or just back out, and this will bring you to the function list right here. And you want to set the servo setup. So look for servo setup, and it's telling you to do the reverse into auxiliary 1. So you find auxiliary 1 or keep on going to the list, travel right here, reverse auxiliary 1. I did make a mistake. Reverse auxiliary 1. It's all done. One more step to do. So we back out of this, and let's just read everything here. We're done. That's simple. Shut it off. You're good to go. But before you shut this off, you could back out of this, throttle cut, inhibit, pick a switch, I, back out of it, shut your transmitter off. You're done. That wasn't so hard. The next step is trying to bind the DX6I and the DX6. Please forgive me. It is a demonstration showing you how difficult at times the DX6I can not take a bind. So check out the video. Enjoy. I guess the best way we could do this is to remove everything to show you the actual unit turning on. So as we're binding the unit, it is very simple to do to allow the light to come on. As you hear that rudder acknowledge, turn on the transmitter in bind mode. If it doesn't bind right away, that means you're too close to the aircraft. Back off about 8 feet and you'll be able to bind it. And that's what we're having at this given time. Trouble binding. There you have it. Both transmitters working perfectly. I hope you enjoyed this video of the DX6I and the DX6 setup for your Hobbyzone Sports Cub S2 from Horizon. Enjoy and thank you for viewing. Any questions? Please rate, comment, show some love down below. Have a great day. Sharp turn indeed. Look at that. Look at that nice sharp turn right there.